Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I figure we're going to do a review on the Logogrid. So recently I hauled this in yesterday's video, but I've been talking about it on multiple videos. Me and my sister-in-law has been doing the logos for her company. So we've been doing vinyl and then screen printing. So we were trying to look for something that would help us a little bit better for the logos, and this is what I had found. So I will have the link in the description. I think it was pretty affordable. I think it was around 20 bucks, and I got it from Heat Press Nation. So I tried to look on Amazon, but I didn't see it on there. So there's a guy, I think he only makes this, a T-square roulet, and then he makes those Tpads that we have, which we're going to use that Tpad today on some pockets. So let's go ahead and get started. What you do is you're just going to take this little guy here, and you're going to put this circle right here on the little neckline right here. And you're just going to put that circle right in the center, so that's going to give you the center of your shirt. So once you have that down, you kind of want to make sure your shirt's straight and everything. You just got that centered. Then you're going to figure out where your design goes. So it comes with some instructions here, which I kind of think are a little bit iffy, but basically it's just giving you a little bit of idea of where to stick it, because each shirt's going to be different. So what placement they gave on theirs is different from what mine is. But basically you want to figure out where that's going to kind of go, which you have a better idea with this. I can see it a little bit more clear. And now I'm going to be able to line them up evenly, so every single shirt looks the same. So what I'm doing is from the center, like I said, you got that line there. And then what I did for our logos is I came down to the 3-inch line. That's where the top of my design is. And then at 3.5 inches this way is where the side of my design is, which I need to scoot over just a little bit like this. So that's exactly how you're going to find that placement, like that. But what you want to do, and then all you would do is take this over to the heat press and then press it. But the first thing that you want to do before you do this, so that way it stays lined up, you could also do this on the heat press if you wanted to, but I'm going to do mine separate because right now I have that smaller heat press, and it's not real big where this can just kind of sit there. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to switch you guys over to the heat press. Make sure it's flat. I'm going to slide it in there. Move these out of the way here. Making sure it's flat. It needs to be medium to firm pressure, so I'm going to go ahead and double check that now. So I think that's going to be pretty good. You're just going to go ahead and press it for just a few seconds. Lift it back up. It's kind of hard from the placement where I have this heat press right now. It's kind of high for me, so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do to be lifting that. So then once you get that moisture out, I'm going to bring you guys back over here. So you'll see the color of the shirt will change, but that will go back. That's just where it's pulling out the moisture. So now what I'm going to do is place that ruler right back here. So right in the center here, get this tag out of our way. So I'm just figuring out the center of that shirt again like this. All right. So once again, like I said, and what I like, you can either try to slide it like this, or you can kind of tilt it and work like that because you can still see. So whichever way that you want to do it. It's got these little feet that keeps it up. So I've got that where I want it. So what I'm going to do is come over, like I said, 3.5 inches and then 3 down. So the top of this is going to go at that 3-inch mark, and then the side is going to go at that 3.5. And then I'm just going to make sure that's straight. So that looks good to me. So once I have it where I want it, I'm going to go over and press it on the heat press. So the heat press settings, we'll switch back, is 315 for 10 to 15 seconds. We're going to try the 15 seconds and see how that does. So I'm just going to get that back on here, making sure there's nothing underneath. And I'm actually going to pull this up. I can pull this out just a little bit more like this. And I'm just going to make sure, hopefully you guys can see this all right. We'll figure out a better angle as we go along. So I just want to try vinyl with it and see how it's going to work with the vinyl. This will be the first time I've used vinyl with it. So I'm going to slide my drawer back in, and now I'm going to drop that down for 15 seconds. So I'm going to drop that down and hit go. Now once you get going the first time, you won't have to hit go on the timer every single time, just the first time you use it. So the next shirt I do, it won't have to do that. And one way to pop this open better, you can hold this down and then pop this. All right, I'll bring it back over here. And now we're just going to peel this off. Just like that. It's a hot peel. So that looks really good. Now you can see I didn't use a Teflon sheet on this. I totally forgot, but I do want to use Teflon sheet with this because you want to make sure that in case something got off, you don't want nothing sticking to your platen. So I need to remember to use the Teflon sheet because I'm not used to doing that. But like I said, the moisture will come out on the shirt. The color of this, we'll show that here in just a minute. But it looks really good. I'll zoom you guys in really quick. Hopefully you guys can see that. I know the pattern kind of throws it off a little bit. So I'll bring that up. So it looks really good. So I'm pretty pumped with this thing so far. And like I said, we'll come back and look at this here in a minute because that color should go back to normal. Another sweatshirt. These are the color comfort colors. And once again, I've been getting these. I'll have the link in the description from online clothing shop. I think it's online shop clothing or something. I'll have it linked down below. But we have found stuff pretty affordable over there. I've talked about it before. So what I'm going to do before I even start working with this, I'm going to go pre-press my shirt. Get this up enough to where it's in that spot, but have that neckline where it's not on there. Smooth that out. And then we'll drop it. That's good. Pop it out. Okay, so now that we're back over here, I'm just going to put this right back in the center. Everything looks good. It's all lined up. And now I'll be able to put this in the exact same position as I did the other one. So same thing, you're just going to slide it underneath here. I'm going to come down to the 3-inch mark. And then I'm going to come over to the 3.5. So just like that. And now that is in the exact same position as the other shirt. So just like that, everything's straight. So we'll take it back over to the heat press. Going to get it on there, making sure the neckline is not in there. Looks good. All right, this time I'm going to remember to put that Teflon sheet on here. We're going to slide it in. And we're going to drop it for 15 seconds. So you see how once you've already done it, like I said, the timer just goes. I know you guys can't see the timer, but I don't have to keep pushing that. So like I said, I'll have to get a better position for this so you guys can see it a lot better. There it is. Pull this off. Pull my drawer out. Come back down here and then just peel it. So it looks good. So I definitely love, you can see the fabric coming through there. It just works amazing. So I'm pretty pumped with it. So, so there's our 2 sweatshirts. We'll come back to the other one. Okay, so there it is. You can see that it's still got a little bit left, so we'll come back and check on it again here in a second. So there's those. So that's how you're going to use that Logogrid, which you're going to see us use more. We're going to use it again, and I'll be using it in my videos. We're going to use it for that screen printing as well. But I definitely think it was a great investment for her business, so we can make sure we're lining those up really good. So now I want to try that Tpad it. I think this entire set was $17, but we're going to use the smallest one, and it should be able to just tuck right inside this pocket to lift that up, so that way we don't have to worry about these creases. So I just drop that right inside the pocket like that, and we're just going to drop our design right on here just like that. The pockets are pretty easy to see where those go, just making sure it's all sitting on that Tpad it. Gonna pop it down just like that. Now I do need to pre-press this again, so I'm going to pull that off first, leave the Tpad it, come back over here. I've got that Tpad it in the pocket. I'm just going to line this up, push it back, press it for just a second, which I don't even have to clamp it all the way down. Pull it back out. And while I'm over here, I could go ahead and put that on here. So these, like I said, are pretty easy to line up. I know it's probably hard for you guys to see. I'll try to zoom in. So maybe you guys can see that just a little bit better. So I've just got that on there just like that. I could actually probably come down just a little bit more. Just trying to make sure I'm staying on that Tpad. So that looks good. So now what I'm going to do is just push this back in there. And now I'm going to drop it for 15 seconds. Same thing, gonna pull that out. And then all we're going to do is just peel it off. So that looks good. So that Tpad, it worked out perfectly to lift that up. So I'll bring you guys over here so you guys can see. So you can see how that Tpad, it's inside the pocket, and it just lifted it up perfectly to give it that, to avoid these. See how it just kind of pushed them down and lifted this area up? So that worked out really good. So hopefully you guys can see that there. It worked out really good. And then you're just going to pull that right out of the pocket, just like that. So let's go ahead and do that one more time with the pocket. Now this one, like I said, I hauled it in yesterday's. I'll go ahead and show them to you real quick one more time. And like I said, I think it was a 17. It comes in a bag like this. It comes with a small one, a little bit bigger, this size here. It comes for one that would be for like your sleeves. And then a really, really big one that I think you would put up like the bottom base, which this is going to be too big for us. But I think it's like 15 by 16. And you'd put this maybe at the bottom of your heat press or something. But anyways, it does come with a nice variety. So if you need to lift up your collars or whatever it may be, just seams. So we're going to try that one more time. So once again, I'm going to go ahead. And the reason why I'm putting this in before I press it is because I need that to be lifted above the seam still. So what I'm going to do is just tuck that back in the pocket. Just like that, making sure it's all the way down. I'm going to go over here and press it one more time. So I'm just making sure that is on there, pushing it all the way in there. Like I said, I don't have to clamp it, I just really need to kind of hold it down to get some of that moisture out. Alright, looks good. Now I'm going to bring this back over here and just go ahead and pop the logo down on top. Making sure it's staying on top of that Tpad. That looks good to me. So just like that, I'm going to push it in and drop it for 15 seconds. All right, so there it is. We'll take it back over here and pull it off. Okay, so you're just going to peel it hot. And once again, same thing. It did really good to lift it off those seams. You could see how much of a gap it gives it there to kind of really push that down. And it really just works that in there. Really good. So I'm pretty impressed with these. Definitely think it was a great purchase. It was pretty affordable. So I do recommend those. And like I said, that's the same guy makes both of these. I believe so. It's the Logogrid at this and then the T-square. I wanted to order the T-square, but they were out of stock. So when that gets back in, I'll probably order that. But so far I'm pretty impressed. So like I said, with this Tpad and the Logogrid, today's Halloween. So I hope you guys have a safe and happy Halloween. We're going to get ready to give out some candy to some trick-or-treaters. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.